What's a good word, everyone? It's your boy DKB here. I just want to say thanks for all the support. The channel's been steadily growing, and the number you see below, you can drop a text, shoot a voicemail, any ideas, topics, collabs, etc. you guys want to see. I'll include them in future videos and live streams, and I'll catch you again. Be easy. What's the good word, Jets fans? It's your boy DKB here, and we're talking tight ends today, and you guys are actually getting a 2-for-1 special because I have my Mason Taylor OTA breakdown / training camp preview that'll be dropping later today as well. But tight end university is around the corner, and we actually have, according to Rich Cimini, the majority of our tight end room attending. 4 out of the 5 actually. Mason Taylor, Jeremy Ruckert, Smartt, Zack, Kuntz confirmed to be attending the event, and Neil Johnson will be the only one from our roster that's currently missing. And all of this is confirmed by the tight end university website, by the way. But this is a really interesting turn because I've talked about this twice before, but since tight end university's inception in 2021, we've actually only had one tight end attend, which was Tyler Conklin, and I believe it was the rookie year or maybe sophomore year for Zack Wilson, who actually happened to be the quarterback he was throwing to. So we talked, of course, about the budding and improving chemistry beyond them, and of course, Tyler Conklin being able to take advantage of that as well. But we really haven't done a great job, or at least the players, whether it's due to invites, whether it's due to whatever parameters or requirements the modern day tight ends were looking for in some of their attendees, because it hasn't always been open to everybody. It's an event that you would like to see your players consistently attending, right? And you're seeing some of these camps continue to sprout up, right? You're having edge specialized training camps come up. You're looking at wide receiver camps. You're looking at running backs. But I don't think anybody's necessarily done it to the level that you see with tight end university. And it's awesome because not only is it a mix of some of the best modern day tight ends. Again, Travis Kelce, Zach Ertz. You're looking at Greg Olsen, who of course is retired, but he also did it at the highest level during his pro tenure. But they also bring in, a bunch of Hall of Famers over the course of this 3-day event. And they go through, it's not just having conversations. They go through drills. They're going through methodology. They're going through techniques and maybe even new ways of looking at fundamentals and different pieces of this, right? And I remember looking at some clips from the last couple years when I broke down the last video, and you get a chance to hear some guys really talk about football at an advanced level, but the mechanics behind it are so simplistic that it'll make you feel like you can get up and walk outside and try to put some of these things to practice right away, which is really, really awesome. So just looking at who we have, you have to be excited that Mason Taylor is going to be joining a rookie that could already be getting recognized by the league if the invite is any indication. And I believe this is their biggest turnout yet, where they have, I believe it's about 72 tight ends attending this year, which is insane. I mean, essentially just think about having all first stringers and all second string tight ends attending this one camp. So not only a mix of current players and guys that are on the fence and looking to develop, but even some of the raw guys, right? You look at Zack Kuntz for us, the RAS score god, right? He's a guy that you could get really, really excited about if he uses this as a launch pad to have a successful training camp. And who knows? I know a lot of us may be excited about Smartt, for example, which is another essentially extremely raw prospect who just came from being a quarterback essentially to playing tight end and showing a pretty good amount of production when he's been called upon. These are two guys that it's a toss-up. Zack Kuntz isn't necessarily just a write-off that he won't make the roster. But just based on his career arc, this is something that can help him improve. And even if it's not for the Jets, just in the long term, this is a really, really good move for them. And then even with Jeremy Ruckert, who you could potentially put in the category of being like a reclamation project now, right? Not that he's been a horrendous pick or anything, but 0 touchdowns over 3 years so far doesn't bode well for himself. And of course, we haven't seen him take the huge step ups in development for himself, whether it's the run game where he's sprung some pretty big plays, but not at a consistent level. Still can be beat often enough in pass block as well. And then of course in the receiving game, I believe he hasn't eclipsed like 200 or 250 receiving yards in the season, where he definitely would have had ample opportunity to do so. So we'll see what happens again with Justin Fields and his affinity for the tight end position. This could be the option for him to make a leap, and we've also heard Aaron Glenn challenge him with becoming that leader in the tight end room, since he's essentially now the veteran of that entire core. So we'll see what happens, but not only a fun bit of news, but something I always look forward to. So of course I'll probably be dropping some posts and or shorts just with any updates that come from the camp as a whole. But this is a really good sign, right? I think with Aaron Glenn's tutelage and leadership, you're seeing guys jump at any and every opportunity to self-develop, prove themselves not only to the team, but I think just as a whole, that they, belong in the NFL, or if they're coming with a certain status to them already, that they can uphold the general perception of them, right? So we'll see what happens here, but let me know what you guys think. Essentially, the entire tight end room joining Tight End University. This should be good news for us with training camp going to be kicking off next month, and I'll catch you guys again. Peace.